It's the Sports Chasers Podcast, coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans.
What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. Somebody has an awful delay. I don't know what's going on, but okay, it's fixed. Where was I at? Hey, it's Monday morning, the day after Sunday. Sports Chasers Podcast, the fourth and short segment. If you hear me repeat myself a little bit, it's because I can't hear myself in my headphones, and I'm in another location, and it's cold, and but I'm enjoying myself. But hey, I'm gonna meet the crew going from left to right because Dan is busting my chops. No, I have not lost my cold card. Dan, go ahead.
Good God, we're in the same city. I mean, you look like you're in Orchard Park. Come on, man.
Yo, I'm repping the Giants after I lost.
Yeah, hey, that's what I said. Where's the other one below you? Where's your stuff?
Well, where was this all last year? Lord knows y'all was losing last year. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo, stop.
Whoa, Bird Gang,
all day, every day,
Monday,
baby.
huh?
I'm sorry.
Call of Duty, baby. Let's go.
Yo, we got the whole crew here this morning, fourth and short. Hey, D-Dub, what's up, man? Since everybody else is trying to clown, what's good, bro?
Yeah, you know, what's good? Fourth and short, Monday after Sunday. Football is interesting, to say the least, you know.
No doubt. DA, what's up, bro? How are you? DA came in this morning. Well, he's got to get fined because he's talking. DA, we cannot hear you, sir. Unmute your microphone, sir.
And he's cracking up, whatever he just said.
We still can't hear you. He said, un momento.
All right, yeah. Okay,
there you go.
There you go.
Danny Dimes, Danny Penny's, golly, gee, the Jets quarterback sucked yesterday.
Okay.
All New York quarterbacks actually did pretty bad yesterday. But you know what? Real talk. For the NFL season, I tell everyone, and I will continue to say till I die, let history tell the story. Let's not call the Vikings the best team in the world because they won last week, and then they get smashed out this week. Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, I predicted that one.
Oh, well, you know, you are Mr. Yin and Yang. Mike said, look, 6 wins are here. We got to get 6 losses. Got to get 6. So that's Kirk Cousins is yin and yang. So he's
going to America. That was me.
Yeah. It's always going to be equal. Mike
Mills called it. As DA started off, the New York Jets, they went to Foxborough and lost yesterday to the Patriots 10-3. Zach Wilson has been getting killed this morning on the show, and I guess we're going to pile right on. Zach Wilson was 9 of 22, 77 yards, and then he got on TV yesterday after the show, after their abysmal loss. They said, yo, it's pretty much wasn't me. He did the whole Shaggy thing.
Shaggy. It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Deception? It wasn't me. Who fumbled the ball now? It wasn't me. Who can't find receivers?
Wasn't
me. Who can't find the Arby's?
DA, we got 30 minutes. Go ahead, man. Go.
Listen, man. I think it's 14 straight losses to the Patriots. I expected that because Belichick usually does not lose to rookie quarterbacks, and he's almost a rookie because he was hurt all last year, essentially. So I kind of thought this was going to happen because Belichick does this. He's been doing this to rookies for years. Like I don't know if he has maybe 5 rookies in the last, X amount of years that have beat him on the first and second time playing him. So, I knew this was going to happen. So the no-name defense and offense of the Patriots just wore them out yesterday. And a punt return for a touchdown.
And that ended the game pretty much. So, did we lose DA? I think we lost DA. D-Dub, go ahead, step in there.
Yo, but shout outs to the Jets defense, man. Them boys was
quarterback. So, so that's my question. Because they're going to get rid of him. And if they do, this is what, 6, right?
What question?
If they get rid of him, right? How many quarterbacks is this that they get for a year or two, and then you're out of there, right? So you go back to Darnold, like, I don't know. So is dude from what's your boy's name? Mike, that used to play for the your team in Baltimore. Flacco. I just think you put Flacco in for the rest of the year, dog. For real. Flacco may not have won that game, but he may have. This guy has no chance going forward for the rest of the year. I don't see it that way. Because he's just regressing. It looks as if he's regressing. So that's my thing on it, man.
Got you. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I was going to say, man, that's a tough beat, though. With 26 seconds left, the guy runs back the punt for a touchdown. I mean, like Mac Jones, he played good. 23-27, 246 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. Took care of the ball. Harris had 65 yards. I just can't believe there wasn't any touchdowns in this game except for the very last play of the game. This had to have been a tough one to watch because I think, what was it? The dude from the Jets punted 10 times. And 10 punts for Man, and Parlarde had 7. Pat McAfee would have loved this game. Punt fest.
Fine. $5, Kevin.
I thought that was me. Whew. Okay.
Sorry. Eric, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, $5. All right, you're right. Hopefully I can open. Well, no, I'm not going to go there. Go ahead, Eric. Sorry.
I'll say it's 9 of 22 for 77 fucking yards. And you're a starting quarterback. I can come off the bench right now at the age that I am and get these numbers. And the Jets would have had a better chance of winning. This is Patriots game. They control, they run the game. They obviously, and Patriots. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it, man. Zach Wilson can't play in New York no more. I'm sorry. He has to go somewhere where there is no expectations whatsoever. He can sit behind somebody. He can heal his body, his mind, his soul, and everything else that has been taken away from him after that post-game comments that he had. That's all I got.
Mike Mills, go ahead. What you got, man?
Man, it's like Breece Hall went down. The Jets forgot how to play offense. Zach Wilson is still terrible. Yeah, it's the punter fault for not punting that ball out of bounds because that was stupid. But you can't have 2 yards in the whole second half and think you're going to win the game. So, just got to play better offense. And Mac Jones had a mid-game. He had a Jimmy G game. And that works. As long as you win.
Whoa, Jimmy G.
What Jimmy G?
Hey, I agree, Michael. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
You didn't make me lose, but you didn't make me win neither. You did all right. Thank you.
D-Dub, I'm sorry. Did we get you with Zach Wilson? I'm sorry.
No, they bugging, man. But yo, this was abysmal performance by Zach Wilson. Excuse me. 9 of 22, 77 yards. Awful, sacked 4 times. Yo, where was the running game? I mean, I understand you lost Hall, but you got James Robinson, 7 attempts for 10 yards. Michael Carter, 8 attempts for 19 yards. Oh, mind you, Zach Wilson was the leading rusher, 3 carries, 26 yards. I mean, that was an absolute disgrace. Shout out to the Jets defense for performing and coming up big. All these boys, man, from what's my man, John Franklin Myers. What's my other dude's name? Quentin Williams. I mean, them dudes was all. I mean, every time the Patriots got the ball, but mind you, the Patriots are doing the same exact thing. So shout out to both defenses for holding. I mean, 3 points. I mean, you hold the Patriots to 3 points, man. You're supposed to win this game. You're supposed. They held at the time 3 points all the way to the fourth quarter, and they ended up winning the game on I believe, a punt return.
Yep.
Real quick.
Disgusting.
Real quick.
The
Jets had the opportunity to take Justin Fields. Just saying.
Look, I being the college guy here, why you would ever take a BYU quarterback over a Ohio State quarterback is weird to me.
Steve Young was the quarterback.
Yeah, well, that was like 4,000 years ago. I mean, they had like a Detmer or two. After that, they had like a Detmer. I think both Detmers went to.
McMahon was there too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who?
Yeah.
Jim McMahon.
Yeah. McMahon is way back. I think him and Steve might have been on the same team in college. Yeah, two Detmers that came out of there. They weren't bad. I think one Detmer went to Notre Dame though. That came out of there. But what I'm saying is that's a bad choice on their part. But I give credit to Robert Saleh because he's coming into a team he didn't draft, period. So at least on the offensive side. Defensively, he's got some guys. But what I was going to say is real quick, and I'll be quiet on after this, is that we all know Belichick is going to take away what you do best. And he took away their run. That's what they're best at. He took it away, and he said, okay, Zach, you do it. And guess who couldn't do it? There you go. And he's always going. That's what Belichick does. He just takes away what you do best. So.
And say what you want to say about Mac Jones, but 23 or 27, 246, no TDs, but no interceptions. I'm good with that.
Alabama.
I'm okay with it.
I told you.
Okay. Let's move on to the next game. The Philadelphia Eagles went to Indianapolis and they defeated the Baltimore Colts. The Indianapolis Colts 17-16. Jalen Hurts.
Burt Jones.
Jalen Hurts was 18 or 25 for the Eagles fly. As we see in one of our comments, he had 190 yards, 1 TD throwing the ball. He also rushed for 86 yards, and he got a TD touchdown, man. And I'll take it to D-Dub. What's your thoughts on, hey, your man got his first loss. I know a lot of people are happy about that.
Yo, bro. Oh, shout outs to Jeff Saturday. But check it out. The Eagles, that's another game. They took an L last week and they had a tough game this week. And this was a tough game for them. They kind of lackadaisical went through the game and then, Jalen Hurts bailed them out, took over in fourth, so to speak. And it's a good win, good solid win for the Eagles. And this just propels them to they down to one. How you say it, adversity. So they faced it a little bit. They lost last week, and this week pulled out another tough win. So
is Jeff Saturday an awful coach now?
Well, you let these guys, the pundits, tell it, and I mean, you can't tell. What DA opening statement was, let history tell the story. I don't know if it was before we got on, but let the history tell the story. So far,
DA, go ahead.
1-1.
I think Jeff Saturday can coach. I like Jeff Saturday. They had a great plan. They slowed the game down. They ran a lot, which was the weakness at this point in time, until Philadelphia gets some of their D-line back. Like I think they had Sue and another guy in there that just got signed, so they weren't going to be totally, into what they're going to try to do what they do, but got to get in the football shape essentially. But to win the game through adversity is what I expected them to do. I didn't expect them to dominate because again, Jeff Saturday is very smart. He took the air out the ball, so we're going to run. And we're going to keep this low, and maybe at the end of the game, we'll be able to, do something lucky and win the game.
And
that's what type of team he has right now. So that's what his thought, that we'll keep it close, and maybe we'll get a lucky bounce towards the end, and we're good. So it was a good win. I still think Philadelphia is the best team in football, and I think it'll be that way. You'll see at the end, because I think they have all the pieces on both sides of the ball. I know there are other teams in the AFC that are a lot more explosive, but I don't know if that's going to happen in a Super Bowl. I think this Super Bowl is going to be very, very boring. If Philly's there, because they're going to take the air out of the ball, and they're going to make you do what you have to do. So, all right, guys, that's what I see about it. So,
gotcha. Dan, what's your thoughts on Indy and the Eagles?
Like DA said, Saturday come up with a great game plan. Whether or not he's a great coach or not, he can get those guys to play. He can motivate them. They've been playing way better in the last 2 weeks than they've been playing all year. I mean, their line was the biggest problem.
He's a what? He's an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I mean, but Taylor, he got 86 yards and a touchdown.
Their line dominated yesterday, Dan.
Yeah, they play
kill 'em.
well, and I expect that to continue. That the line's going to play better. I don't know that the results are going to be better, but they're going to be a much harder team to play against. But they hung in there. They stayed around all game. Until like a minute and a half left, and when Hurts scored that touchdown and had his little dance with the mascot, they were in it.
True that. True that. What's your thoughts? Colts and the Eagles.
Like everybody said, Colts had a good game plan, but when the better team has better players, and they're a better team and a good team, they're motivated at the end to take care of business, and that's what the Eagles did. Um, like D Dub said earlier, they got punched in the mouth last week against Washington. So it kind of got that funk of going undefeated, that talk out of the air. So now they can get back to business, and they did that. Good teams find different ways to win, and Philadelphia found a way at the fourth quarter to win this game, man. So shout out to them. Shout out to in the Just Saturday talk. Look, regardless of how the man got the job, he got the job now. So let's see what he does. It's his second game. And like Dan said, they're playing way better in these last two games than they have all year. So he must be doing something right. So we'll see. Solid win for the Eagles.
Solid win. Mike Mills, your thoughts on the Colts and the Eagles?
Y'all remember, this is another game I suggested might be an upset because the momentum and all that. And see, I was almost right on this one too. But shout out to the Eagles. They did what they had to do to win. A little sloppy in the beginning, but they cleaned it up and figured it out. And good teams win games. So it is what it is. And just Saturday, he didn't get blown out yet. So looking good so far.
Eagles are 9-1. They lead the NFC East.
Hey, Kev, and they got 7 games left. Eagles, with the schedule, they got Green Bay, Titans, at the Giants, at Chicago, at Cowboys, versus Saints, and versus New York. So
they will be battle tested.
Battle tested down the stretch. See if they go. Can they go 16-1? I don't know. I doubt it, but
yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they're looking to do that.
I don't think. Yeah. I don't know if that's on their radar or on the concern. Just make the players make sure they get home field. Yeah, and the bye. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's go to the next game here. The Cincinnati Bengals travel to. Hold on, guys. They travel to Pittsburgh to face the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dan, this is your team. What do you think about your team with their loss to the Bengals?
It's
long season, huh?
It's week after week, but I will say this: they're playing better. They're running the ball now. And still, Pickett's throwing way too much. But my thing is they're doing more damage to themselves than they are the other team's doing to them. Because I know it was late, either third or fourth quarter. They got the ball after a punt, like around the 48, 50-yard line, something like that. And in 3 plays, they went from 1st and 10 to 1st and 25. Or 2nd and 3rd, 25. It was they penalties. They just killing themselves. But Cincinnati, shit. What's the dude's name? T. Higgins. Mm-hmm. Did nobody see this guy on the field in black and gold? Because this dude ran wild.
9 receptions, 148 yards from him.
Yeah, he's open all damn day. Yeah. They couldn't cover him.
I gotta check out some shit on the Steelers, Dan. I don't know if somebody's hurt. I'm not sure because your secondary is supposed to be like crazy. You got Minka.
They had injuries in the secondary, and they got a couple guys out. But I was surprised that Minka played after he had surgery last week.
Yeah, that was huge.
But they just the defense was supposed to be the rock, and they can't stop anybody. They did well against the run. But they couldn't do shit when it came to covering Higgins. And that Pierre dude, or Perrin, they couldn't stop him out of the backfield. They ran that swing pass I don't know how many times.
But 4 or 5 times. He couldn't fix it. Let me get Mike Mills in here. Mike Mills, this is your division foes. What you think?
I told y'all the Steelers could have and should have won this game, but they wasn't going to do it because that's what they do. I don't like these new Steelers. They bringing us down. But the defense got to get better because if that offense gave you 30 points, you're supposed to win that game because they're not giving you 30 often. Who knows if they're going to touch 30 again. But, Bengals win the game. Teams win the games they're supposed to win, and they're supposed to win that, so they won. But Steelers got to tighten up on defense. The offense is coming around though.
Go ahead. Yeah, true that. DA, you had something?
Yeah, okay, here you go. I agree with Mike and Dan. The reality is, I mean, the Steelers aren't a bad team. I don't think it's a rebuilding year, but it's a kind of wink rebuilding year because if you let a rookie play, your expectations have to go down. At quarterback, I mean, they just have to. Najee, I think, is getting healthy. He might have been hurt all year. They're just not telling you. Football is wild because they don't tell you when dudes are hurt. So I think Najee looked a lot better yesterday. A lot better. He's on my fantasy team too and gives me nothing. So he gave a lot yesterday, but I didn't pick him because he usually gives me nothing. So there you go. But the reality is, Pickett is a rookie. You got like 2-3 young receivers. They got rid of everybody old that was a receiver. They still the offensive line wasn't horrible.
Throwing way too much though.
Huh?
Throwing way too much though. 42 times.
Yes,
too much.
Because I don't think they trust Najee yet. I don't think Najee's right, and they got behind. Yeah. So the defense at this point in time, that's why I asked Dan in the beginning, what the heck was going on? Because they're supposed to have like a darn good,
it's supposed to.
So, but they don't have it. So I think injuries and something is hurting them. But even if they lose, Dan, I don't think it'll be 2 years in a row. But I don't think this year is going to be a winning year for the Pittsburgh Steelers, period. So it's just too much right now. Too much going
on. D-Dub, what you got on this game real quick as we...
Well, first of all, I didn't watch much because I was actually watching the Cowboys and Minnesota game, and it got so out of hand that they forced CBS to put this game on, and then I watched a little bit of it, and then got the final. But yeah, again, I'm not mad at Pittsburgh. We predicted we knew Cincinnati. I picked Cincinnati to win, so but it's a little bit closer than what I thought it was going to be, 37-30. Right. But Kenny Pickett, hey, he didn't throw a pick. One touchdown again.
Can he pick it?
Yes, he can.
Right? But it's he threw ball 25-42. Young guy, he's a rookie. He's gonna get better, man. That's all I can see, man. They put up 30 points. The defense got to play better. And that's all. But Pittsburgh will be back. They'll take a losing season this year, and they'll tool up, go to the draft, and tool up.
It'll be Thomas' first losing season. Is that correct, Dan?
Yes.
Oh, Dan says Canada has to go there.
They must be down.
Yeah. He's an ass.
E, what's your thoughts? Steelers and the Bengals.
Well, pretty much like what everybody else has already said. The Steelers wasn't really expecting much. Good to see them put a fourth effort. You always want to see that. Seems like the offense is trying to get there. And you got a lot of guys banged up on this Steelers team. I mean, yeah, we know everybody's getting hurt as we progress through the season, but Pittsburgh, you take your L's, you get your experience for these young guys. You go to the draft, you retool, and you come back, man. I mean, the Steelers, one thing, they're not going to be in this position every year out. They're not one of those basement teams or whatever. So, and shout out to Cincinnati. Once again, they're winning the games that they're supposed to win. Lo and behold, they're 6-4 now. So Baltimore just need to be careful and tread lightly because and they're not even healthy yet. So I mean, they get chased back 2 weeks next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and we all know what that combination is like. So, but good win for Cincinnati. Probably should have been this close, but I'm sure they'll take it either way.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So we'll move on to our next game. The Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. The Browns had to relocate their game because of the 10 feet of snow, whatever they got in Western New York. And the Bills wound up winning this game 31-23. Since I got you right there, your thoughts on the Bills and the Browns?
Man, I don't know what to say about the Browns, man. I really don't. They look decent in the first half. Second half, they were just kind of like, I'm ready to go home. Let's get this game over with. I mean, they was in the game, but they wasn't in the game. I don't know, man.
Sound like EA Sports.
Yeah,
in the game. It's in the game. It's in the game.
Yeah, it's in the game. The game. But, the good win for Buffalo. Get some more tonight. People talk about all the difficulties both Buffalo had to go through. This coordinator, these players, and all this other stuff to get out of Buffalo to come to Detroit. Yo, man, everybody faces adversity at some point. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them again getting this win. Buffalo. I will say this: Buffalo is a much different team to me on offense when they run the ball with their running backs, not with their quarterback. Cook and Singletary got going a little bit, and it kind of changed the thinking of the Cleveland defense in that second half. So, but I don't know, Cleveland, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Got all these pieces. I mean, Brissett.
I tell you,
the man's playing. I mean, the man playing his heart out, and you can just see the frustration level is increasing week by week. So we'll see what this team is going to do. I mean, they ain't gonna do much of nothing. But
D-Dub, go ahead, man.
Yo, Kev, for real. I mean, Jacoby Brissett. Yo, shout outs to him. 28-41, right? 324.
Yep.
I mean, 3 touchdowns. Yo, man. Again, we keep on talking about where is the run. Kareem Hunt 5 carries 32 yards. I mean, Nick Chubb 14 carries 19 yards. Jacoby Brissett has 7 carries 29 yards. I mean,
I guess running is not sexy anymore. It's a pass happy league.
You
that's the OC. That's the OC because some teams is running the hell out the ball.
This is what I'm saying. Yes.
What your OC says, you know. So
that's right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But but you know, Amari Cooper played a hell of a game. He was targeted 12 times. He had 8 receptions for 113 yards, so 2 TDs. So, you know, I mean, Cleveland got the talent. You're not going to tell me they can't do it. They can do it, but they just I don't know. It's like DA just alluded to, that offensive coordinator, he's got to slow down the pace and run the ball and stop giving your quarterback Jacoby Brissett, who is a good quarterback, but 41 times you don't need him. You need ball control. Control the ball and stop allowing your guy, you know, get the other team off the field. So, you know, but Buffalo, shout outs to them. They performed well and, you know, stopped that 2-game slide. So that's all I got for you, kid.
Dan, your thoughts on the Browns and
the game or the Browns?
Browns and the Bills.
To me, it seemed like the kind of Cleveland went away from the run, but it kind of they couldn't run. You know, it looks like the Bills' defense, you know, stymied them. I'm like, Chubb, 19 yards total, average 1.4. And Brissett had more yards rushing than him. So I kind of made him one-dimensional. And, you know, part of, you know, might be the offense coordinator throwing the ball a lot, but like, you know, Cooper went off. I just don't get, like, you got 2 great running backs. You got to run the shit out of the ball, especially when you're playing like Buffalo. You got to keep their offense off the field.
Correct.
And if you could run the ball, take, like, you know, just like the Colts did, take the air out of the ball. You don't let them get on the field and beat you. But they're Cleveland. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Mike Mills, on your division foe and the Buffalo Bills.
Y'all keep saying y'all don't know what's wrong with the Browns. The Browns is what's wrong with the Browns. The Browns are gonna brown. I've been telling y'all that for years. How long have we been doing this podcast? The Browns are gonna brown.
Okay, Mike. Okay,
they went out there and browned.
We know.
And everybody knows Buffalo needs to run the ball more. We've been saying that since day one. They run the ball. They're more than explosive. They're like deadly. They're dangerous. So run the ball more, guys. And the Browns are going to Brown.
Gotcha. Well, Dia, did I get you in there? I'm sorry.
Real quick, history is going to tell the story. Everybody said that Cleveland's defense is going to be good because of their roster. All these problems for Cleveland stem with the defense. You can't let cats score 30 points on you, right? So then then you don't have to throw as much to try to catch up. But there also has to be a commitment to the run. We saw last week, I think Green Bay was down and continued to run the ball.
Continue to run the ball.
You do what you do. So if you have an identity, it kind of helps you to do what you do. But, it did not with the Browns because they really don't have an identity, and they got shut down because they don't have an identity. And, you got two great running backs, so maybe you should lean on that and then hit Amari play action. But that's just me talking. Browns are going to Brown. Yes, sir, Mike, I'm with you. Thank you.
Last game on the tilt. This is what the Sunday night game. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the LA Chargers 30-27. Mahomes magic again in the closing moments. Mahomes threw for he was 20 of 34, 3 TDs, 329 yards. His main man Travis Kelce had 3 TDs. Man, don't understand why they don't try to take away Kelce. And hey, the Chiefs are now. Go ahead, DA.
They did. Derwin James was trying to get in that ass, but it didn't work. He's dude is good. Kelce's nice.
Kelce's nice.
Sometimes it's just that your dude's having that night, B. Because they try to put Derwin on him like just to follow him around, and it did not work. So I think it did work one time when they played before, but it didn't work last night. So.
Especially down the stretch with that minute drive, I think, down the stretch there when they won the game. What else can you say, man? A hat trick, another hat trick for Travis Kelce.
No, you don't
get hurt. Was Bosa hurt?
I don't believe.
They really didn't get a lot of pressure on homeboy either. So
no.
Yeah, I don't think he played.
You got to sack him.
Yeah, you got to get that Bosa's out. The one for San Francisco.
Yeah, he's in. Oh, but I was going to say, let me just move to D-Dub real quick. D-Dub, you don't get off that easy. Your Chargers, come on, man.
Bro, they not. Yo, they are not who I thought they were.
They suck.
Yeah. Defensively, man. I mean, come on, bro. You let them get just. That last drive was ridiculous. How they went down the field effortlessly and scored that touchdown, man. Defense was not the Chargers' friend last night, as far as I'm concerned. So they move on to 5-5, and
wasn't they? None of that stuff. Go ahead.
Doesn't look like they're going to go on to be that Super Bowl contender or champion that I thought they was going to be, or even make it to the Super Bowl. So
they're not ready yet. E-Dub, the angry one. I want to call you Dub too. Eric, what you got?
Well, I'll just say, let history tell the story. They're 5-5. We'll see what happens, but doesn't look like it's going to happen there, D-Dub. The Chargers look like a team that is well put together but have self-esteem issues. That's what the fuck I see with this team. Like
some dating advices.
Yeah, you got 2% body fat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
whoa, fat shaming.
Let's not do that.
The Chargers is a bottle girl.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Somebody, you just, I don't know, man. The Chiefs are chiefing. I told everybody, they lost Tyreek Hill. Man, it's not gonna be a problem. It's not gonna be a problem.
They ain't missing a beat,
man. One of the best offensive minds with some of the fastest dudes on offense, all on one team, and this is what you have. So, all that side arming and underhanding and all that cute stuff that they do when they get down to business, this is still one of the toughest teams to beat wherever they play at. So, shout out to the Chiefs doing what they doing. Shout out to Austin Eckler. We had an Austin Eckler sighting. 19 carried, 83 yards at a touchdown.
Just played well. Ran hard.
Yeah.
I will say on offense, though, the Chargers left a lot of plays on the field. They left a lot of points on the board, man, or on the field, because there was a lot of times where they had to kick field goals, and, well, not a lot of times, but They should have put more points up on the board.
Let me get Danny here real quick. Dan, your thoughts on this game before we get out of here?
All I gotta say is they left too much time for Mahomes and company. It was like a minute 50 or something.
Yeah.
And that's way too much time, especially if he has timeouts.
Oh yeah.
They're going down. Yeah, you're just asking to have ask the Bills about it in the playoffs. Can't leave time.
I've only seen it not happen with that game. The Bengals last year where he lost. It's the only time I've seen it not work in 5 years, that last drive.
Gotcha. Mike Mills, your thoughts on this before we get out of here?
The Chiefs is the big brother, the Chargers is the little brother, and the Chargers went out there and got slept around. I mean, they kept it close, they kept it tight, but they just wasn't ready. And they got injuries, but this is football. Everybody has injuries. No excuses. So Chargers got to figure it out, tighten up. But good win for the Chiefs. And that division is awful, by the way. That shit is crazy. We thought that was going to be one of the tough ones. Both West divisions is awful. But
we thought that one was going to be good. Real quick,
Kev. Hey, the Chargers are on top. They're 8-2. They're the head honchos of the
Chiefs.
AFC.
Chiefs. You want the Chargers to be on top?
No. The Chiefs. I'm sorry. Did I say the Chargers? The Chiefs.
Yeah.
They got the Chiefs 7. They got the Rams. That's winnable games. Bengals, at the Broncos, at the Texans, home to Seattle, home to Seattle, home to the Broncos, and at the Raiders. So you tell me.
I see maybe 2 losses out of that.
I don't see none.
Yeah, that's what I said, D. I don't really see maybe.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe.
I don't know if Seattle can get them. I don't think Denver's gonna get them.
No.
Who else?
Denver can't beat the Raiders.
Bengals might get them, but I'm not sure because the Bengals defense is not as good as it was. But
and
take the air out the ball and run. Yeah. Keep Mahomes on the sideline. It gives you a better chance to win the game. And Justin Herbert, supposed to be Superman quarterback. Yeah, he left a lot of plays on the field because you have Mike Williams out there who's 6'8" against DBs that are 5'5", and you couldn't figure that out, homie. That's on you.
He got hurt early, man. He got hurt early.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're right. So,
real quick, DA. Since you're talking, everybody, 10 seconds. Cowboys beating the Vikings.
Crazy. I didn't think it was going to happen that way.
Told
but
you.
I'm up to my man Mike Millie, who says that Kirk Cousins is the yin and the yang. So if he wins 5 games, he's going to lose 5 games. So, that's just it. If you're going to have 5 cakes, you have 5 ice creams. He's the yin and the yang, and you can't trust him.
Mike Mills, go ahead.
I told you. Nothing else to say. I said it. That's it. Go. Next person. I said it.
D-Dub.
Yo, that was absolute destruction by the Dallas Cowboys. Killing. I mean, yo, that's Minnesota, man. I'll wait till Thursday.
We them boys. Elaborate. We them boys.
They them boys, man. Get respect, man.
Dan, go ahead. Dan, go ahead.
Shit. Now they're all going to come out of the woodwork. Hey, we beat the Vikings. Woo, we're Super Bowl bound.
Indeed.
Yeah, whatever.
We them boys.
Yeah.
E, what you got?
Look, I told y'all in the comments that Dallas was going to win this game. Minnesota, you ought to be ashamed of your motherfucking self for losing this game by this much at home. I'm sorry. That was the worst. Like, we talk about the Jets. This was the worst performance of the day, in my opinion.
It was a college game.
It's disgusting.
It was Alabama, Austin P. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Listen, before it goes left, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin O'Warren, your host and moderator. The angry one, James Eric, Daryl D. Del Warren, Dorian D.A. Albritton. Did I say James? I got James in there. I got Mike Millie. I got Dan, our hockey dude. Hey, man, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Y'all be good.
See y'all Thursday.
Great. Enjoy your month. No, you won't see us Thursday, probably Wednesday. Because Thursday's Thanksgiving.
I forgot. Yeah. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. So we see us probably
family.
Wednesday. See y'all. Have a good week.
Peace.